Hey guys, welcome back, John Megacycle here, another episode of Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath. It's been a while since I cracked this one open, but I do promise an interesting one for you. This one is exactly as you see it. Well, we're going to change the map, but the part of the challenge that this is going to make, it's going to make this interesting is this. 50% handicap, random personality, we're actually going to go random side as well. I want this all up in the air. This is a tough one. You might think it's pretty simple, but when you really rely on certain units to do a certain amount of damage and they're not pulling their weight, it gets really freaking difficult. I've done this one a few times, and it's been a challenge to say the very least. So let's pick maybe a slight more of a friendly map. I want to avoid maps like this. This map is huge. That's going to give the enemy a lot of area to cover, and we're not going to be able to stop them as much as we would like because our stuff isn't that valuable. For the 50% handicap, just to give you an idea what that means, what that does is that puts your unit's armor and combat effectiveness at 50%. You still gain the same amount of credits, you still get the same cash, you still everything. So when you're harvesting, your harvesters are still pulling 100% Tiberium back, you're still getting the money, structures cost the same, that sort of a thing, but defensive structures are not as effective. Your combat troops are less effective, that sort of a thing. So Tournament Coastline is always a nice one because it's got the solid cutoff in the center. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Again, way too open, way too open, way too open. This one's alright. Pipeline problems, that one's alright. But let's go for the Tournament Coastline. Let's see here. I'm not too great with the Scrin, but I do prefer Nod for their defensives. That kind of goes with the turrets and the Reckoners. Let's go with Nod for this one. Random hard AI, random personality, no idea what's going to happen, so yeah. Oh, rules, let's just go through that. 10,000 bucks standard, game speed cranked up, no crates, pretty simple, so here we go. Oh my gosh, nervous already.
Training, building.
Get the fingers warmed up. I'm already starting with the tongue twister. I picked up some new hardware, mouse and keyboard, so if the clicking's louder or softer, that's why. Also, the keyboard layout is significantly different than what I'm used to. I've got macro keys, and my fat fingers are running over that often, so I'm probably going to be doing a lot of fat fingering and a lot of improper clicking. Let's see, I want you right here. I do. Nervous. Economy is going to be the biggest thing that we need to emphasize because we're going to have to go dollar for dollar against them. We're going to have to mass produce cashy money because their stuff's more effective. So we need to make sure that we're getting far more bang for our buck as quickly as we can. So refinery immediately. I think I'm going to go war factory so I can crank out a harvester or two, second refinery, that sort of a thing. But the important thing is I want to make sure that I've got enough cash for defensives as well. If you can go there, great. So barracks here. We're going to load up these civvy structures. We're going to heavy up on shredder turrets. I'm going to assume that they have a few minutes, so I'm not too worried about stuff. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit for our new base expansion, our outpost, to solidify anyhow. So we're going to put this back here. Let's go 2 harves, power plant. We'll go another refinery here, and then we're going to start putting up a refinery up here as well. Spread out our power plants. Always a good policy. We don't want our power plants on top of each other. Absolutely terrible to have all your power base right next to each other because a well-armed airstrike or that sort of thing can take the whole business out. Okay, so we should get our first harvester.
It is time for a
Okay, we're gonna have to wait on another one.
Construction complete.
Okay, as I mentioned,
New
barracks.
construction options.
We're gonna try to defend these civilian structures, considering that's where we're gonna start dumping our troops. So let's see here. Let's go 12. It'll occupy 4 buildings. We'll get 2 more shredder turrets out that we can start concentrating on our economy. Now the thing is, we don't know what our enemy's up to. If they're guerrilla, they're going to come heavy air force. That could be a problem, but we do have our rocket infantry. So I'm kind of happy about that. Get in there. Yeah. When you want to work with harvesters like this, the important thing is to micromanage them properly. See, right now we've only got 2, and one of them's waiting. They shouldn't be waiting.
Got the rockets.
One should be harvesting, one should be dumping off, and I think that just normalized it right there. But that's one of the things you got to be careful of, is every single second counts, especially when it comes with money.
Find a good spot.
Let's see, you
Set
guys
up
are
in
two,
there.
go in there. Let's
We
get
got the
a
rockets.
power plant,
Rockets
and
right
here we
here.
go.
Let's wait in there.
Scrin. Frickin' awesome. I hate the Scrin.
Rockets ready.
They're a very good race to play. They're good guerrilla troops. They're good. I mean, they've got a lot of good units. Their Air Force is very powerful. Their walkers are very powerful as well. This is going to be a tough battle. Good. We built plenty of shredder turrets. Hopefully that's going to defend our... Come on, come on.
Got the rockets. Who are we
I'd
firing
rather
at
pop my
next?
guys out than lose
Keep
them.
an eye
Okay.
out.
So that means they're going to bring more of those, and we need to counter that. I was hoping my shredder turrets were going to be enough, and apparently they're not. But what we
got the
can
rockets.
do is we can upgrade them.
Got the rockets. Rockets right here.
Getting twitchy. I'd rather eject my troops and have them die one at a time than all fall at the same time in a building.
Cannot deploy here.
Come on, there's got to be a place I can dump this.
We've got the rockets.
Yeah, that's dumb. Yes.
Cannot deploy here. Cannot deploy
Okay, this
here.
isn't going to stop
Cannot
any
deploy
heavy
here.
units they've got, but what that will do is that'll buy us a good amount of time. Now,
Training.
time for another
Let's get
harvester.
out there. Find a good spot. Looks clear. Set up in there.
Okay. This is probably good. I'm going to want another refinery, and that's going to start down here. So I could probably actually wait on the
hold.
harvester, considering I don't have a refinery yet. When you're working on your build order, these are the questions you have to ask. Do we dump more money into defense? Do we start working our economy? This is the stuff that's going to make or break us. Absolutely. If they're going to tromps in here with tripods, I'm totally screwed.
Enemy units sighted.
Now, what we should do, since they keep sending infantry, we should absolutely invest in our, what's it called, outpost, our operations center, and that's going to allow us to pick up quad turret upgrades.
Cannot deploy
Can I
here.
just plunk you right? Yep, that's fine. Perfect.
Building.
And now we can finish our harvester.
Tiberium
No, I
is
want
the
you down
answer.
here. Traditionally, I usually build
Construction
one or two
complete.
outposts to really spread it out, so that way we've got better build control, but I'm pretty happy with what we've got. Alright, what are you?
Our base is under attack.
You are, and we blew him up way too fast, I couldn't freaking tell.
Repairing.
I want to figure out what I'm up against, personality-wise. Okay, operations center.
Beautiful glow.
Yes.
The Tiberium will set us free.
Okay, this is good. Extra stream of economy going on. Ideally, another refinery, another harvester, that's how we want to go. But I do want to start diversifying my defense. Again, a couple of walkers, this is going to be a real problem. Did I just see them sneak
Construction
past?
complete. New construction options.
Let's go ahead and... Oh, wait. It's Control A. Yep. This keyboard's
Construction
awesome,
complete.
but I'm not used to any of the placements yet. I'm going to assume they didn't sneak past.
Cannot deploy here.
I need another outpost.
Cancelled. Training.
Stinks. But now it's time to work on our game plan. Let's see here. Beam
Training.
cannons are going to be a great supplement for defense. Reckoners as well. This is
Enemy
going to be
units
really good
sighted.
stuff. So what do we have here? Corruptors? What are you? Gorilla. Okay. If I read that right. I'm amazed they're not using any planes whatsoever.
Is lost. Repairing.
Okay, so as I mentioned, time for our quad turret
power
upgrade.
base
That's going
is
to add a
under
lot of
attack.
extra value to what we're packing. Let's see, I'm happy with that. Let's come up here and spread this out. I want to capture this Tiberium field, considering after the... Oh, I just freaked out a second.
Systems function.
Okay, after the enemy uses up their Tiberium spots, they're going to come over here, and we want to make sure we're ready for it. You didn't think those buzzers were that tough? No, probably not. But the 50% handicap is really putting me at ends here.
Upgrade complete.
Let's go ahead and get all our power plants up.
Enemy units sighted. Building.
And we have our quad turrets that instantly made us, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more turrets effective. without much
Calibrated
extra
for high
cost, and
intensity.
it's going to make us effective more often for everything we build. Of course, the cost was $1,000, but some of these turrets are $1,000 already. So
Unit lost.
let's see. I want another refinery down here.
Training.
Okay.
Enemy
In addition
units
to the
sighted.
beam cannons, we
Training.
need reckoners.
Beam
They
cannon
keep using
online.
these buzzers, and they keep tearing us out of our structures, which is a good tactic for them. But the problem is it's getting more and more difficult for me to keep any infantry on board. See, even the corruptors are doing a great job screwing me out.
Designation set. Beam cannon online. Test complete. Mobilizing proven target. Optics clear.
Insufficient funds. Our base is under
Adjusting for new
attack.
coordinates.
Whew. Alright then. Let's see here.
On hold.
That's all I really wanted.
Cancelled.
Reckoner here.
Just at least 1 or 2 reckoners on the line are going to be great. We're going to put them pretty up front.
Position.
They got great armor. Even at this handicap, I think they'll pay off
Construction
nice.
complete. Unit under attack.
Aircraft.
Construction complete.
Knew it.
Building.
Knew it, knew it. That means we're going to want to answer in kind. We're probably going to
Construction
want... Just dump
Cannot
one here,
deploy
at
here.
least.
Harvester under attack.
Yep.
Our base is under attack.
Oop, wrong button.
Offline.
Nope, it's not cell
Online.
either. There we go. Yeah, their storm riders are going to be much more capable as well.
Our building has been captured. Building.
Son of a gun, really?
Units primed.
Well,
Building.
that's a side
Beam
project
cannon
I wasn't planning on. Yep, and now they're coming.
Construction complete. Repairing.
Rockets right here.
Construction complete.
Rockets ready.
Our base is
Who are we
under
firing
attack.
at next? Rockets ready. Keep an eye out.
Calibrated for high intensity. Moving to engage.
Building. Unit under attack.
Intensify wavelength. Beam cannon online. Readjusting.
Okay, a little bit of a shakeup, no big deal. We're going to go ahead and get repairs. We're going to go ahead and throw a few more turrets here. And I also want the ace in the hole. I want my tech lab.
Building.
Oh, that's right. They took that over. And now they're going to sell it. Yep,
Calibrated for high intensity.
always happens.
Beam cannon online. Fire.
Hey, any
Our
chance you
base
guys
is
want to
under
deal with
attack.
that? Look at that, the whole army's just going to walk
Building.
right past. Good tactics on their part, but I'm really thankful I'm seeing it right now.
Construction
Beam
complete.
cannon in transit.
New construction options. Building.
Yeah, they're not going to get all the way to my base. I know what's going on. I see them. They're coming.
Construction complete.
Not super
Silos
duper.
needed.
Ooh, silos needed. Not good.
Tests complete. Designation set.
Training.
Let's get a good mix of stuff here.
Beam cannon online.
Unit under attack.
Maintaining target
Our
focus.
base is under attack.
Calibrated for high intensity.
Okay, that thing has to go. Look at that. A couple of walkers coming through here.
Readjusting.
Okay, you... Come on. These structures have to get out of here, or this is going to be a real pain in the butt if they're able to bring anything out. And that's also why I bought the beam cannons. These guys are going to be great for long-range tactics here.
Complete. Unit promoted. Construction complete.
Tests complete.
And flame tanks are going to be absolutely perfect for close quarters. Okay, cool. Let's get the rest of our tech tree
New
up.
construction options.
I don't mind-
Civilian field depleted.
Dang it.
Warning. Rift generator
I was
detected.
really hoping I was going to get that before they did.
On hold. Cancelled. Building.
That super weapon really puts us at an end. Meaning we've got to really start beating some ass, or this is going to become a real problem.
Tracking for termination.
Good?
Adjusting.
Okay, that's got to go. Well, no, hang on to that. I thought this version doesn't do them any good. I mean, it boosts the Tiberium. There's a certain version of this that gives them credits. It acts as like an oil derrick if you played Command and Conquer Generals or Tiberium Spike, that sort of a thing. So, let's do this. Better laser capacitors, absolutely.
Building.
Chem plan, template nod.
Activate weapon systems.
Okay, you guys need to be all aggressive stance. This mamby-pamby defensive stance is not going to do us any good. Okay, time for us to go in.
Calibrated for high intensity.
We're at least going to do some scouting. I know they probably moved up to the north by now. We're going to let that go.
Calibrated for high intensity.
Not going to worry about him. He's going to get screwed up on his own accord.
Training.
Queue up stuff first.
Systems function.
Moving right in.
Guard the tanks well.
We may not be able to get to their rift generator with what we've got here. All I want to do is I want to really start being a pain in their butt. Economy is going to be the great way to do that. And now I see that they have aircraft. I don't have an answer to that. So all we're going to do is start really being a pain. More specifically, I will need an answer to that question of how do we deal with aircraft. And we're going to do that with aircraft of our own.
Feedback pulse confirmed.
Look at the flame.
Readjusting. Neutralize them.
That toy
Perfect.
power flame.
They're really lowering, we're really lowering their tech value really easily right now.
Unit under
Target
attack.
inline.
Embrace your destiny.
That whole mini base we just wiped out.
Optics clear.
Perfect. With almost little to no cost to us, which is just amazing. Okay.
Construction options.
No more vehicles.
On hold.
We need
Cancelled.
aircraft.
Training.
Calibrated for high intensity.
And Temple of Nod time.
Readjusting. Activate
Everything
weapon
is
systems.
prepared.
Maintaining target focus.
See Tiberium catalyst missile. Oh, I want to use a catalyst missile. The Nod catalyst missile is absolutely amazing against structures that have Tiberium in them, specifically harvesters and refineries and stuff like that. Look at this. You're gonna like this.
Insufficient funds. Select target.
Oh, I don't have any money.
On hold. Cancelled. Select target.
Let's see. I think right there will get both of them. Nope, just one. But it's an instant kill against refineries. It's a real economic pain in the butt. It's awesome and I love it. Okay. Heavy defense has definitely been the way we're going to win this match. Without it. Freaking keyboard.
Repairing.
We have options right now. Even if they send heavier stuff, we could start adding more turrets, which I think we will. We've got a nice land force here, which we'll start to use immediately. Nope, nope. Hang on. What did I just hit? Okay, figured it out.
Steady now.
Control tilde apparently shows you all the health of all your buildings. Good to know.
Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. Cannot deploy here. Building. Our base is under attack.
Keep hitting tilde, doggone it.
Steady now. Our enemies will come back.
And this is, you can see these guys are just shredding through my defenses. Granted, I don't have the right defenses built. I should have gotten some anti-vehicle, but that's definitely a key to point on how that's just running through my stuff. Okay, you guys have to stop dinking around here. We need another power plant, we need another refinery at our upfront base, we need to make sure our economy stays firm. Obelisk.
Construction complete.
Perfect. Oh gosh, I love that frickin' thing. No, you come out of here.
We must have more.
I'm almost willing to sell off that refinery, but I don't want to be down. I don't want this to be my only cash base.
I see the glow.
Okay, we've got that. We probably don't have any venoms.
Training.
Right, because I canceled that halfway, I remember now.
Guard the tanks well.
Okay, let's see what we can do pushing on
Enemy
this.
units sighted.
I see the glow.
Yeah, we're just going to move right through.
Unit under
We have our
attack.
nice happy laser capacitor upgrade.
Unit lost.
Flame tank.
Flame. Oh gosh,
Keep it safe.
this is going to be a cakewalk. They didn't build any defense.
We will wait. We are ready. Flame tank.
The flame tanks are definitely... Oh yeah, look at that. It's just pouring on the damage. We can do a little micromanagement with these guys without a problem.
What's the plan? We're ready.
But more specifically, we need to get you guys out of guard mode.
Flame.
I keep forgetting to do that at my war factory. If you just do it at the war factory, it'll keep it for everything that structure produces. Sitting on a nice amount of cash. Let's see here. Flame tanks have definitely done it. Beam cannons have been a great help. I'm amazed they have not tacked with their aircraft. Those carriers we were dealing with earlier, they're not carriers. I forget what those ones are called, but we haven't had to see them or deal with them at all, which has been great.
The power of flame.
Get that MCV, boys.
What is it? Yep.
The flames
Copy
will
that.
rise.
You guys, right there.
Cleansing fire.
Actually, you know what? We're going to take a bit of a peek. Since the vehicles, or the aircraft we saw more specifically, can't detect the ground, or can't detect the air, sorry, I'm not worried about them. Here we go. What are these called? Devastator warships. Let's do a little queue up.
Flames will
Great. That problem will just take care of itself.
Yes! Yes!
The flame weapon was absolutely devastating in the first Command & Conquer War, and it's still the same today.
We must chant.
Little micro here, little micro there. Boop, 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 boop.
The flames will
Keep on.
And they're offline, so who cares? Yeah, absolutely knocks out those Devastator warships. It's a really good counter.
See anything? Yep.
Take him out.
How's it looking?
This one's just going to clean itself up without problem. This is awesome.
The flames will rise.
Let's see here. What else do I want to build?
Building.
Yes.
Venomcraft ready for
Building.
liftoff.
As I've always
Promoted.
mentioned, you want to play as if you're going to lose no matter what. So we're still cranking out more units. We're burning down our bank account. We want to make sure that we've got,
Don't lose him.
and we might just lose if we don't take that out.
Yes! Burn them out. Reflect the flame.
Construction complete.
Yeah, so as I was saying, we want to make sure we keep buying stuff, keep buying unit structures, everything. We want to make sure that if we lose our attack,
Construction options.
we have another attack on the way, or we're trying to gain tech superiority, that sort of a thing. We want to make sure we're moving and moving quick. And this is definitely a good example of that.
How's it looking?
Get that, they're permanently offline. This is probably their last structure. No? I don't think I have to kill these things, but we'll get them anyhow. Oh, there it
Control
is.
craft. Venomcraft ready for liftoff.
We are ready.
And actually,
Select target.
am I broke again? Oh, come on,
On
man.
hold. Cancelled. Select target.
Beam cannon ready for engagement.
See, not nearly as effective, even though the Skrin used Tiberium as their power plants. It's just not as effective. Far better against refineries and stuff.
We have them on radar.
Little cleanup here. Done deal.
You are victorious.
Oh, that can become such a tough one, especially on larger maps. If you let your opponent grow out of control, there's no way you can stop them except with specials or just tons of units. Okay, so let's go through the numbers really. Units, we mostly stayed in structures. You can tell when they hit us with the buzzers, they're sharp drops, that sort of a thing. So here's our quick ramp up when we were starting to hold the fort, and then we were starting to get a few more units in here. They got their super out first, we got ours second. Structures, absolutely not is going to crush the structures, especially from a defensive perspective. From the way I understand it, each of their structures with the nodes count as 3. So I don't really think I built 60 structures, but each of the nodes, so it's the core node and then the 3 that come off, or the key structure and then the ones that come off, that counts as 4 from what I understand. So these sharp increases, it kind of looks like I was just expanding like crazy, but I mean that's just a nod thing. Resources, sure they did a better job managing their resources. We were heavily concentrating on defense. It makes sense, makes good sense there. Of course, good kill-death ratio is going to come from us hunkering down. Even with the 50% handicap, that worked out nice. We had a better average income per minute, probably because we were really kicking it there at the end. Resources gathered, of course, we gathered more again. We controlled, well, 2/3 of the map, 3/4 of the map, something like that when it came in terms of resources. So that worked out nice. We lost a few of our nodes, hence the structure loss. But I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Yeah, 75 structures created. This is a little deceiving with the numbers, but anyway, you get the idea. Thanks again for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks again for the challenge. Also appreciate that. Always love a good challenge. I might not win every single one, but these are a blast to play. So thanks again. Have yourselves a good one, and I will catch you later.